If you're running a tire dropshipping business or simply selling tires online, it is extremely important to make sure you're keeping up with the latest trends and best practices. And so that is where this video comes in. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 4 things that you should be considering whether your website is following. And again, hopefully this video could get your mind stimulated in making sure that your website is set for success. Now, at my channel, I do provide valuable tips and guidance for those in the tire industry, including dropshipping tires. So if you're definitely interested in learning more, feel free to check out the channel, subscribe, and help me out by smashing that like button. So you already have a website selling tires online, whether it's a local or national market, but sometimes you're starting to think, okay, well, what's next? What should I be doing or adding in terms of features into my website? Well, the first thing I'm going to be telling you should be reviewing is the user experience. Things you have to be asking yourself is my website easy to navigate? Can it be used simply? A good website user experience, it's extremely essential if you want to make sure people come back to your website again, because again, nobody likes an old clunky site that just shuts down or that's hard to use. Normally people just want to get in, find what they're looking for, pay for it, and check out. To give you an example, my website at thetiredealer.com, the only option they get is add or buy it now or add to cart. Either way, if they add it to the cart or buy it now, it's still going to send them directly to the checkout page, helping them just streamline the whole process rather than, having to click so many options. The second thing you have to consider when having a tire online website, or the thing you have to consider whether you're staying up to date, is mobile compatibility. With more and more people using their phones, your website must be responsive to mobile phones. I know this sounds simple and maybe a lot of you guys already do this, but there's a lot of websites out there that are simply not user-friendly when it comes to mobile devices. Now, I do want to share a fun tip here. Personally speaking, my website, thetiredealer.com, has a lot more users visiting through a desktop than a mobile device. However, it's still important not to disregard those in the mobile device, because that's just the sessions that are coming into my site. I have yet to find out whether the conversions are actually coming more through mobile devices or desktop. But I thought it was kind of interesting that at least in my website, I still get a lot more people visiting through desktop than mobile devices. But again, mobile devices and the functionality and design for mobile devices is still extremely important. A good way, and again, here I'm giving you a tip, is if you're in Google Chrome, or pretty much any browser has this capability as well, but I'm going to be showing you here Google Chrome, you can inspect your website and then simply select the type of device you want to preview your site on. And this can help you understand how your site is viewed from a mobile, a tablet, or a desktop, in specific dimensions. You also might want to, again, this is an extra, but you also have the ability to buffer speeds, so people using 5G networks, 3G networks, or slow internet connections, and see how fast is your website, because again, at the end of the day, this could all improve conversions or user experience. The third thing to consider about your website is the fresh content. Is your website looking the same year over year, or month over month, or quarter after quarter? I personally recommend, and again, I fall victim too, because sometimes we're busy and we just don't have the time, or we don't have a designated team to just be updating all these things on the site. But again, it's very important that at least every quarter, and if possible every month, you update some promotions, you update the deals you have, you make sure that your homepage or your product page is updated. You're making sure that at least on your social media accounts, you're posting regularly. And not to mention, you also want to be adding some new fresh products. Maybe you want to have some catalogs or some specific groups of products that are selling very well. Not to mention, you do want to be adding all those manufacturer promotions that Goodyear, Continental, Bridgestone, all these companies give that can help you convert faster. Fresh content not only makes your website look more alive, and people coming back to it will feel like, wow, these guys are continuing to innovate and will keep bringing people back. Not only does it do that, but it also helps you with SEO, or search engine optimization. So again, it helps you position yourself a little better when it comes to search engines. So make sure you're updating your website's content regularly. Again, I would say a good rule of thumb is at least every month, but if you're way too busy, at least every quarter. Again, this is just personal preference. You could update your website every week or every day if you wanted to. The fourth thing you want to consider in staying up to trend or up to date with websites today is security. People are becoming more and more aware about security. And people are concerned about sharing their information or their payment information in a website. So assuring your customers that your website is safe, often is extremely important. Whether you have a trusty banner, on your website, or whether you say, secure payment, or anything that you could help your consumer, your potential buyer get that trust in saying, wow, these guys are legit. A good way I look at it, to kind of get some ideas of how I can make more or build that trust with my potential buyer is simply going to my competitor sites or bigger, larger companies, like Amazon, eBay, or even bigger companies like perhaps Discount Tire, Tire Rack, and just kind of getting some ideas as to how they build that trust and then kind of replicating something in a way that, just fits my personal brand or our company's brand. Now, if you are struggling to make sure your website is up to date, well, I wanted to talk about our sponsor, the tiredealer.com. Not only do they sell or offer a dropshipping network of over 600 warehouses that you can access and, access discounted rates and all that stuff, but they also have a software development or website development department that can help you make sure your website, is built with all these tips and guides in mind. Pretty much you tell us what you want. You tell us whether you want to integrate with Shopify or Magento or BigCommerce or any other platform, or just create one, from scratch. Definitely, we do have a lot of experience connecting with all the major large suppliers, out there, ATD, Tire Hub, US Auto Force, and you name it. So, the tiredealer.com could definitely be a solution for you if you're just getting into the industry, or even if you're in the industry, but just don't happen to have the time or the money to build everything from scratch. So again, if you're interested in participating or being involved in an integration with the tiredealer.com, feel free to click on the link below or scan the QR code here with just your phone. And again, it'll send you to a page, you'll sign up, and we'll start in contact. You could get a demo, and we definitely make sure that you get the solution that you're looking for. But again, the tiredealer.com is a good solution to consider if you want to be successful in the tire dropshipping or tire e-commerce industry. But well, guys, that is it for today. That's all the advice I have in terms of how to making sure your website is staying up to date with all the latest trends. I do have some more ideas, but let me know what is it that you guys think. I've heard about some very interesting concepts like video reviews. That's something that Amazon has been implementing a lot, but products that have video reviews, someone actually talking and explaining about the product. Also 3D models, so people could actually see the tire in an AR space perhaps. But let me know in the comment section below, what is it that you guys think? It's something that's quite unique, that's gonna be revolutionary towards in the future. Again, I want to hear about it, but without further ado, again, don't forget to smash that like button. Consider subscribing if you like this sort of content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys again next time. Peace.